is up, you guys? It is Mike from Sandrick45 here, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys my updated Dark Magician deck profile post Legendary Duelist Magical Hero. So yes guys, this video was supposed to be uploaded last week along with the dual video that I uploaded to you guys of me playing with this deck here and doing Nexus, but I was just caught up with so many other things that I didn't have time to sit down and upload that. But now that I do, and now that I'm able to now that I was able, to get the new support for this deck, I'm actually able to just sit down and talk with you guys about the deck and what I'm running in it. Some things I want you guys to keep in mind while you're watching this deck profile is one, I am using both OCG and TCG cards in this deck. It's because I live in the Philippines and I'm allowed to do that here because my local card shop lets me. And two, I am using some fake Class A counterfeit cards in this deck because I can't afford a lot of the cards that are in this deck, and they're just a bit hard for me to find at some times. And three, I am also following the OCG ban list for this deck, so I am going to be running some banned cards for the TCG in this deck, but I will be able to tell you guys what you're going to be able to replace them with as I explain further into the deck. And if you guys are okay with that, and with all of that, then we can just go ahead and just jump into the deck profile. So yeah guys, so obviously we're going to be starting off with the main deck, and we're obviously going to start off with the monsters here. And the first monster obviously we're going to be running is 3 Dark Magician. So yes guys, obviously this is the main heart and soul of the deck. You're going to be using him to summon stuff, use it to banish a bunch of cards on your opponent's field, get it back and forth so many times. And these are just the artworks that I have at the moment. I will update them here later on, but for now these are just all I have. And unlike other vanilla decks like Blue Eyes and Red Eyes here, this card is actually able to synergize really well with the rest of the cards. Unlike other vanilla popular monsters here like Blue Eyes and Red Eyes, you're not able here to always want 3 of their main monster in the deck. Like Red Eyes doesn't even need 3 Red Eyes to summon this. Some can get away with 2, but this deck really does need all 3. And obviously this is the heart and soul of the deck, and obviously you want to make sure that you're able to see this as much as possible in your first opening. And then for our first real monster of the deck, for our searcher, we're going to be running 3 Magician's Rod. So obviously this is your searcher of the deck. You normal summon him, get a spell or trap that specifically lists Dark Magician in its text, add it to your hand. And the other good effect, which doesn't come up as often, is if it's in your graveyard and you activate a spell or a trap during your opponent's turn, you could tribute one of your spellcasters and add this card back to your hand. So this is really good for recycling, get you whatever common misses you need, and he's really important. You need to see him as much as possible so that you can get your combo pieces. And then next, for the new card of the deck, and honestly the most expensive card of the deck, we're going to be running 3 Magician Souls. So yeah guys, this is fake. I really wish this was real, and I really wish I could afford it, but too bad I can't. But obviously this is really good because it has 2 really great effects. One, if this card is in your hand, you can send a level 6 or higher spellcaster from your deck to the grave to either special summon this card, or you can just discard this card and then special summon 1 Dark Magician or 1 Dark Magician Girl from your graveyard to your side of the field. And this card also has a really good field effect, where while it's face up on the field, you could discard up to 2 spell or trap cards from your hand, or tribute spell or traps from your field, and then draw that many cards depending on how many you discarded. So it's just really good for that draw power. It's there to help you get your setups ready, and it's also really good for helping you trigger off circle on your first and opening turn if you're going second. And then next, we're gonna be running 3 Apprentice Illusion Magician. So she's just your free special summon the deck. You discard a card, special summon her, and then when she's normal or special summon, you get to add a Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. And it's also a really mini honors in the deck, wherein if one of your Dark Spellcasters battles, you can discard this card or tribute itself on the field to make one of your Dark Spellcasters gain 2,000 attack. And that works whether you're attacking your opponent or if your opponent is attacking one of yours. And I just kept that at 3 just so I can see DM as much as I could. She's really for deck thinning, and she's really good for helping you see DM as much as possible, which is very important in this specific build if you want to, help keep your consistency going. And then next, for our 2 up here, I'm gonna be running 2 Max C. So obviously, guys, this is banned for the TCG. I really wish it wasn't, because this card is just honestly really good when I play it outside. And obviously, this could be so many other things. You can make this an Ash, you can make this a Veiler, you can make this a Ghost Ogre, anything that you guys are really are thinking of really playing. I just use these because I actually just recently took out my Dark Magician Girl engine on this deck, and I just had to find other things to replace it with, and this is all I could use for the moment to replace it with. And obviously this could just be a myriad of other things, and you could just add more hand traps. You can make this a spell book engine or whatever you want. And then next, for more of our hand traps, we're going to be running 3 effect Veiler. So yeah, she's just here for more free negation during your opponent's turn, and obviously this could also be many other things. It could be 3 more Ashes, it could be I don't know, maybe the spellbook engine, 1 blue boy, then maybe 2 spellbook of knowledge or something like that. And I'm just using this because it's just a spellcaster and it's just well with the rest of the deck. And yeah, that's just why it's here. And then next, for another hand trap of the deck, but is somewhat necessary for the deck, is we're going to be running 3 Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. So obviously this is super expensive here in the TCG, I'm aware of that, and this card here is just here to substitute for your fusion plays of the deck, and it's here to just help you get into stuff like Dark Magician the Dragon Knight consistently, because he has a dragon and he's a level 7, so he does work well with the other rank 7s of the deck. And yeah, he's also really good for some free negations here and helping you fix your hand to help you see more of your combo pieces. And yeah, that's just why it's here. And then for the last monster of the deck, we're going to be running 1 Magician of Dark Illusion. So this could change to be many other things. I just couldn't decide what else I wanted to put in the deck. You guys could let me know in the comments below what you would suggest here, but I'm just putting this here just as a filler card for it, because it does somewhat brick sometimes, but when you do get it off, it does work really well, because its effect lets you special summon itself when you activate a spell or trap during your opponent's turn. And since this card counts as Dark Magician on the field, it helps you trigger off stuff like Circle on your turn. And another effect that doesn't really pop up as much while it's on the field is that if you activate a spell or trap while it's faced on the field, you get to target a Dark Magician in your grave and special summon it, so it's just really good for that sometimes. And yeah, he's also really good for using when you want to search out stuff, when you want to trigger out stuff like Dark Magic attack or anything else like that, since it's treated as Dark Magician on the field. And that is it, guys, for the monsters. Now we'll go ahead and get into the spells. And obviously for the main spell of the deck, we're going to be running 3 Dark Magical Circle. So obviously this is your main disruption of the deck. You activate it, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You can either add a Dark Magician or a spell or trap that specifically lists Dark Magician in its text to your hand and organize the rest in any order. And the most important effect of this card is that when you normal or special summon a Dark Magician, you get to target 1 card on your opponent's side of the field and banish it. So it's just really good for that. It helps you keep disrupting your opponents, banishing most of their stuff multiple times, as long as you can consistently keep summoning DM during your turn and during your opponent's turn, so that you can potentially banish up as many cards as you can. And this is just the main disruption of the deck that you need for them, so that you can keep your plays going. And then next, for the new card of the deck, we're going to be running 3 Soul Servant. So yeah, this is just really good for stacking. You activate this, you get to place 1 Dark Magician spell or trap on top of your deck. and then while this card is in your grave, you can banish itself to draw that many cards depending on how many Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl, or Palladium monsters you have on your field and in the grave. And obviously, since we're only running Dark Magician, we only really get just one draw off of this card, which isn't that bad. I was running the Dark Magician Girl engine with this before. I was able to get 2 draws off of it, but as of right now, it's just not really that good. And it's not really good in this specific build because Dark Magician Girl kind of bricks sometimes. But this is still really good for stacking, getting your missing combo pieces without needing to waste your multiple summon with something like Rod. And yeah, it's just really good for helping you see what you need as soon as possible. And then next, for our fusions of the deck, we're going to be running 2 Secrets of Dark Magic and 1 Eye of Demise. So this is kind of the ratio that I'm just going for right now. I know other people have tried to run 2 Eye of Demise and 1 Secrets. I just feel like this this specific ratio is just works so much better for me because Demise is not surgical, and even though it does help me, like if I do run 2 Demise, I know if it does help me see Demise a little bit more, I just don't feel like it makes a lot of sense because it's not as versatile compared to something like Secrets of Dark Magic, because this is a quick play. It lets you fusion summon any fusion monster that lets Dark Magician as material, and even lets you ritual summon as well. But obviously we're not running that in the deck. If you guys do want to see that, you can let me know in the comments below. I might update that to maybe include that here. But other than that, this is just kind of the ratio we're going for. And it's just Secrets of Dark Magic is also just really good for activating if you're about to OTK your opponent. It lets you, fuse whatever you need during your battle phase, and yeah, it's just really good for that. So this is just the ratio we're going for now. And then next, for our other fusion of the deck, we're going to be running 2 Super Polymerization. So I wish this was at 3. I really wish I could run 3 of this, because if I could, I would, because it's just that good of a card. And yeah, you guys probably already know what it does. Lets you future summon using your opponent's stuff or your stuff, and cannot be responded to or activated. It's pretty self-explanatory. Don't need to explain myself. It's just that good. And then lastly, for our last one-ups of the deck for our spells, we're going to be running 1 Dark Magic Attack here just for back removal, and 1 Illusion Magic, which lets you just tribute a spellcaster, get 2 Dark Magician, get up to 2 Dark Magicians from your deck and or grave. And this is also really good for chain blocking with Rod, because if they try to Veiler or Imperm your Rod, you can just chain this, tribute your Rod, and then you both get your Surges and get to add the DM you need to your hand, so that you can keep your consistency going and make sure that Rod's effect resolves. And yeah guys, that is it for the spells. And then lastly, for the traps, which we're not really running that many of in this build, we're going to be running 3 Eternal Soul. So obviously this is the make or break of the deck, and I have a very big love-hate relationship with this. Obviously this card lets you make sure that all of your Dark Magicians are unaffected by your opponent's card effects, so it's protected from stuff like Super Poly or anything else. And it's here just to let you special summon Dark Magician from your hand or your grave. And it's also really good for searching out Dark Magic Attack or 1009s, which obviously we're not running because it's just not that good. Like, yep, that's why it's here. It's just here for the special summon. It's here to help you make sure you can keep special summoning Dark Magician multiple times. And obviously you want to make sure you can protect this as much as you can, because if this card leaves the field, then it just blows everything up. And yeah, that's why it's here. And lastly, for our last trap of the deck, we're going to be running 3 Magician's Combination. I have been thinking about cutting this to 2. I'm not sure of it at this point. I'm just keeping it at 3 because that's what I'm used to. And obviously this is just here to let you special summon Dark Magician from your hand, and then 1 Dark Spellcaster from your deck to your field. And the more useful and more practical use of this card is to special summon, to banish this card from your grave to negate one of your opponent's spell or traps, as long as you have Dark Magician on the field. And the fact that this is not a hard once per turn, as long as you have multiple navigations in the grave, you can negate up to 3 spell or traps your opponent controls, so it's just really good for that. So that's why I'm just keeping it here like this for now. And that is it, guys, for the main deck. Now we'll go ahead and get into the extra deck, and we're gonna start off with our new fusion of the deck, which is the Dark Magicians. So it's very generic. It just requires one Dark Magician or one Dark Magician girl. Sorry, and one Spellcaster. And it's here because it's the new fusion of the deck and helps you get into your draw power as long as whether you or your opponent activate a spell or trap. And it's also really good because if it dies, then you get to float into one of your DMs from your grave as well. And it's just really good for that draw power. It helps you get your place ready, and the fact that it lets you draw a card every time your opponent activates something once per turn is really good. And if it's a quick play or a trap, you can set it to your field and even activating in the same turn that you set it. So it's also really good for setting up your circle and your Eternal Soul play if you're able to get that off with this. And then next, we're gonna be running one Dark Magician Dragon Knight. So obviously this is here to protect your back row and just here to have your back row protect him, because it is also treated as Dark Magician on the field. And with this and Eternal Soul, it helps you make sure that your Dark Magicians are protected, and also helps you make sure that your back row is protected as well. So that's just why it's here. And then for our super poly targets of the deck, I'm running one Draco's Stepelia, one Mud Dragon, and one Chimera. So I wanted this to be a Starving Venom, but I couldn't find mines here at the moment, so this is all I had. One Mud Dragon just for any other matchup that you guys have, and one Chimera for any of your Cybers matchups, which could be like any Cybers deck, or even like a Salamangre deck, or whatever you guys may be facing. That's just Cybers. And then next, sorry guys, I'm just a bit sick right now. And for our Xyz of the deck, one Ebon Illusion to just get that third DM off of your deck from your field. One Red Eyes Flare for that burn damage and helping you get into time if you need to. One Tomahawk, yes, this is banned. I know this could be anything else. This could be a Draco Sack, this could be a Link, this could be a Wee Witch, this could be a Link Karibo, or whatever you guys may need. I'm just keeping this here just for the tokens. And one Big Eye for stealing your opponent's monsters, because who doesn't love stealing opponent's monsters? And then lastly, for our links of the deck, we're going to be running one Phoenix just for spell or trap removal, one Unicorn for spinning things back, one Crowley, because I don't have anything else to substitute this for now. This is all I could find at the moment. This could be a Wee Wish, this could be any other generic link too. One Akashic Magician. This also could be anything else. This could be a Link Revo, this could be a Link Spider, or whatever you guys want. And then one Borsword for fast OTKs. And that is it, guys. That is gonna be wrapping up my Dark Magician deck profile. So yes, guys, this is a really fun deck. I really enjoy playing with this deck. This is obviously one of my favorite decks of all time, honestly, because it's just that much fun. It has so much nostalgic value. And if you guys want to really have a really fun deck and just have fun playing with something at your locals, this is one of the decks that I do recommend, especially with all the new support. And that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below what other deck profiles you guys do want to see next, and if there's anything else that you guys might want to see, I'll definitely consider uploading to the channel. And yeah, if you guys also do enjoy this content and want to see more content like this or anything else in the future, feel free to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on any time I upload videos. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Saneric45 signing off. Have a good one, guys.